Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, November 21st, 2012. Thanks for stopping by. Israel is again attacking Gaza, and this is a very big issue. This is a major, monstrous crime which is going on, an unbelievable evil. And it is clear now that no matter what the media does, no matter what the governments do, people are turning. People are finding out the truth. And that genie will never be put back in the bottle. There is no way. There's no way to hide the truth forever. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I am much more convinced than ever that this is true. And the time for condemning Israel and condemning this evil that they are perpetrating is growing very short. The window of salvation for you is closing. In the future, people who went around and advocated for this and enabled it, those people will be known, and there will be no forgiveness, no redemption, no salvation for these damned souls. They are damned souls, and they will be marked for the rest of eternity as damned souls. And the thing that will mark them is when people see some of the video that I have seen, and much more. There's much more out there, but when people start to see the video of the little girls drawing pictures of their dead families with sad faces, the little girls who are saying that they took everything from me, the dearest ones in my heart they murdered. And people will know that those people were murdered because of hate and because of bigotry and because of privilege and no other reason. And all the people that say, oh, I just can't imagine peace with those Palestinians, they're the ones that will never be hit with a rocket, and they know it. They know their house is not going to be flown over by a drone. They're not in any danger. Okay? They know that 5 Israelis were killed and 139 Palestinians were killed. Okay? And it's not that those 5 people don't matter. No, not at all. They mattered. And they shouldn't have been killed. And the 139 Palestinians shouldn't have been killed either. Just as much. And those people were not the aggressors. They were the victims. Okay? Now Israel, they're not talking to Hamas. They don't need to. Okay? They don't need to negotiate with Hamas to end this, because all they have to do is stop. That's all they have to do. Just stop killing people and it'll be over. Okay? Because Hamas has no capability to harm Israel in any appreciable way. And we all know it. That's why Israel is constantly slaughtering them, because they know there's no danger. The Israeli government, they knew that a few Israeli citizens would die. When they started this whole thing, they knew that. And they are the ones who are responsible, not their Palestinian racial prisoners in Gaza, the people who are in prison for being Arab. They're not at fault. The government of Israel is responsible for those 5 deaths and for the deaths of the 139 people in Gaza who are their victims. And those people, of course, have been under siege and under blockade for years. This is open warfare being waged on a captive refugee population. The number of international, the amount of international law that's being broken here is incredible. So many Geneva Conventions totally shredded. What we need to be talking about right now is The Hague, the trials for Benjamin Netanyahu and all of his underlings who are doing this, and it's been speculated that they started this whole thing and goaded Hamas into launching their rockets because they wanted to test the Iron Dome. Now, we don't know if that's true, but the fact that we could speculate about that and it makes total sense and is totally believable, that's a big problem. That should not be something that we would believe, but we might. It might actually be true that this whole thing is a game. And they refer to killing Palestinian babies as mowing the yard, mowing the lawn. Now, you don't need to be mowing the lawn. You need to be setting those babies free. You need to be giving them the same status and the same opportunities as everybody else. Okay? Their race is not a crime. Their religion is not a crime. They should be equal. And the fact that they're not equal turns all of America into the Klan. All of you Americans, from Mitt Romney to Barack Obama to Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian, all of you, from the right to the left, from the Republicans to the Gensch Turkler, you're all no better than hooded Klansmen unless you renounce this evil now. Because you all know that this is not a conflict. It's not a war. It's an elephant stepping on a mouse. And it's happening because of racism, ethnic privilege, and racial hatred. Okay? That's why it's happening. And if you won't stand up to that, if you won't denounce that and you get on television and say, both sides do it, both sides are at fault, you're a coward and you're no better than a hooded Klansman. And that's not apparent to everybody right now in America. Not yet, but it will be. It will be. So the time for ignoring people like me and the time for going on the news or going on your podcasts or going anywhere in public and railing against Palestinians while they're being murdered or saying that, oh, we got to look at both sides. People will remember that. How would you have liked to have been saying that stuff while the Holocaust was going on? Oh, we got to look at both sides. I mean, it's not just the Nazis. It's not just the Jews who are at fault. You could say that the Nazis maybe do some bad things too when they're pushing them into ovens. That's what you're going to have hanging around your neck in the future. That. Hooded Klansmen and cowards who will not call out evil for what it is. The time is short. Tick-tock. It's not going back. There'll be no forgiveness, no redemption once the world catches on everyone in the world sees you for what you are, there'll never be any going back. And you're a hell of a lot better off than the babies that you helped to murder with your complicity. Thanks for watching.